Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for our first Food Adventure Storytime Live on Facebook and on Instagram. My name is Sarah. I'm the Chief Imaginator of Kalamata's Kitchen, and I am the author of our book series. I am so excited to have all of you taste buds with us, big and small. And we're here to read Kalamata's third adventure together, À la Kalamata. If you have the book at home, I hope that you're able to follow along and you can tell me your favorite parts when we're all done. If you don't have the book at home, then I promise that I will try really hard to close in and zero in on everything that Al Dente is doing on every page because, let's be honest, he's a very silly guy and I don't want you to miss any of his antics. So, with that being said, let's get started. This is Kalamata's Kitchen, a la Kalamata, featuring her taste buds, Al Dente, and Chef Eric Repair. Okay. Something delicious was happening in Kalamata's kitchen. Earlier that day, Kalamata's mama had chopped lots of fresh veggies for pistou soup, while Kalamata happily removed bright green basil leaves from their stems. The smell was so fresh, so full, and so everywhere in the kitchen. Mama's chopped veggies and lots of other good-smelling herbs were simmering away in a pot. Kalamata couldn't help but daydream about her bright, beautiful basil. Is this what the color green smells like? She wondered. Kalamata was just about to write a poem about it when the doorbell rang. Ding dong! Chef Eric was here to visit. I know you're all cheering at home. And what a treat. He brought his friend Adrian with him. Bonjour, Kalamata. I can see and smell that you're very busy in here. Yes, chef, we are. But you've come a little too early to hear my poem about green. It's about basil, but it's also about al dente. I can't wait to hear that, Kalamata. This beautiful green smell is one of my favorites. It reminds me of when I was a little boy in Provence, in France, and if I close my eyes, I can almost imagine that I'm there. I wish we could go there, said Adrian. Me too, said Kalamata wistfully. You know, Adrian and I like to travel to different countries every weekend by creating our own restaurant at home and learning about food that people eat all over the world. You don't always have to leave your kitchen to travel to places far away, Chef Eric said, winking at Kalamata. Kalamata knew this very well. Most grown-ups didn't know, but Kalamata's kitchen was magical. Under her table, Kalamata and al dente had gone on many adventures to fantastical, faraway places, and now Chef Eric and Adrian were going to join them too. Tonight, Kalamata's Kitchen will be a new French restaurant, announced Adrian proudly. Fantastique, exclaimed Chef Eric. I'll be the chef. And Kalamata, you'll be my sous chef and help me prepare our meal. Adrian, you will be in charge of the dining room. And al dente can do the dishes, said Kalamata, giggling. I don't know if I would entrust him with the cleanup, but we'll see what happens. The taste buds got to work right away. While Chef Eric and Kalamata washed the rosy red tomatoes, Adrian designed their menus. What should we call our restaurant? Asked Adrian. Maison de la Dente? Or Chez Tastebud? Suggested Kalamata. How about à la Kalamata? Adrian offered. The whole team agreed that it was perfect. Parfait! But not that kind of parfait, Al. I told you, he's so silly. As they decorated the menus, the sounds of Chef Eric chopping and whisking and the soft simmering of the soup pot filled the room like music. Kalamata, help me tear up these herbs. My grandmother had a beautiful garden in Provence. It was full of rosemary and thyme and lavender, and whenever I smell these crushed herbs, I remember their fragrance surrounding me as I ran through her garden. Kalamata breathed in the earthy, herby smells and flew through Grandma's gorgeous green garden. Sous Chef Kalamata and Chef Eric scooped the juicy middles out of the tomatoes, then filled them with chopped garlic, basil, and the savory, good-smelling herbs. They covered their stuffed tomatoes with breadcrumbs and then slid their tomate farcie into the oven. Together, Kalamata and Adrian set out the plates, with the fork to the left of the plate and the knife and the spoon to the right. They placed water glasses near each knife for Adrian and Kalamata, and an extra fancy glass for the grown-ups. They neatly set a napkin on each plate, and finally, their wonderfully drawn menus on top. Chef Eric lit a candle, and the team stood back to admire their work. À la Kalamata was beautiful. The table had rarely looked prettier or more inviting. The smell of the toasty tomatoes under their breadcrumb blankets enveloped them all. Kalamata, Adrian, thank you for creating this perfect Provençal restaurant with me, said Chef Eric happily. I feel like a little boy again. Thank you for taking us with you, Chef, said Kalamata gratefully. I can't wait to tell Mama about our tasty trip to France. The team made all of the last-minute checks and decided every detail was perfect. À la Kalamata was open for business. Just then, Mama came back into the kitchen. She gasped with delight at the sight of the pretty table, all set up for dinner. Kalamata, Adrian, how lovely this looks. Where did you all go today? Chef Eric smiled at Kalamata and started serving up their delicious meal. Kalamata opened her arms wide. Welcome to Provence, Mama, and bienvenue to À la Kalamata. Yay! I don't know about you, but I could use a little French adventure myself. I see that Noah and Nora and Nolan are on. Sorry, I'm a little tongue-tied right now. I want to point out, I see a lot of people commenting on these beautiful pictures, and I just want to shout out our incredible illustrator, Joe Edwards, who makes me smile literally every single time I turn every one of these pages, because she's amazing. And just like, look how funny this guy is. He's the best, right? Thank you all so much for joining, Luann. I am also very, very hungry. Very hungry. Oh, Amaya! Amaya is on? Wow, thank you. Thank you guys so much for joining. This was so much fun. I hope that you guys all take pictures of what you're cooking and what you're eating, and I want you to share them with us. I want to hear about all the fantastic places that you are traveling with your taste buds. So please, if you feel like it, maybe we can all take the taste bud pledge together. I promise to keep my mind open and my fork ready, to try each new food at least 2 times, and share what's on my plate when someone doesn't have enough. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember to send us everything and all the places that you are traveling with your taste buds, and we'll see you next time for our next fantastic food adventure storytime live. Bye, everybody.